Hey guys, welcome to Comics with Bueller. As always, I'm Bueller. I got a bunch of books to show you guys that I picked up over the last month or so. A bunch of stuff from Megacon, some stuff from friends. And you know what? We're in this awesome place called Palm Canyon in Arizona, right outside of Yuma. And it's a beautiful day. And I thought I would make a video showing you the books I've gotten. I'll be honest, a lot of these books I gotten was from friends. A lot of autographs, some really cool stuff. So I'm really excited to show you guys what I got. I also got some stuff from Torpedo Comics when I was in Vegas. And so I'll show you those. But yeah, I was at Megacon in Orlando about a week and a half ago. It was awesome. We'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. But let me show you some of the books I did pick up throughout the last month or so. The first one I got right here is this Wonder Woman issue number 5. And this is by the artist Lobos. And he autographed it for me. Right there. Very cool looking book. Really nice guy. Pablo Villalobos is the guy's name. It's on the back of the book, so I can tell you right there. And I think it has a certificate in it as well. So that's pretty cool. And actually, he gave me 3 of them. And I gave a couple away to some friends. And I kept one of these. But very cool. Like I said, autographed there on the front. So not too bad. Let me set that down. This next book I got was a exclusive Ice Cream Man cover by this artist. This is issue 25, and by William Russell. He did the cover for this one, and he was at the Megacon. I was talking to him. Very nice guy. He signed it for me, and I thought the cover was really cool. And I'm a big fan of Ice Cream Man, so I couldn't pass that up. So I purchased this, and then he gave me this one, which is his original book called Psycho Sal, issue number 1. And kind of a cool thing. It kind of jumps between different mindsets of the victim and the killer and all that stuff. I have to read it, but that's kind of what he was explaining to me. So it sounded pretty awesome. So he gave me that one. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Like I said, William Russell. Very cool. Another book I got, and this was also given to me by Sweeney Boo, the one and only Sweeney Boo, who is an artist for Harley Quinn. She also does the Cruella de Vil. We did an interview with her on the channel not too long ago. But she was there at Megacon, and she gave me this Dark Ride. This is by Joshua Williamson, a friend of mine, and she signed it for me as well. Sweeney Boo. She was great. I had a pleasure meeting her in person. Like I said, we did an interview on the channel not too long ago, and she was awesome. So I really enjoyed my time talking with her. And thank you, Sweeney, for giving this to me. You didn't have to do that. But I'll take it, and I'll stay in my collection forever. Some more stuff I got. Blowtorch. Number 1, this is Blowtorch Bad Roads. I read this one before, and it's really cool. If you guys might remember, I did an exclusive for Blowtorch many years ago, and this is kind of a relaunch type thing with a new publisher. But I got this one, and then I got issue number 2, I believe it is. I got to read that, and the creator signed it for me, so very awesome. But I love this book. Like I said, I did an exclusive for Blowtorch, and here I have the new launch, issue 1 and 2. So I got to read this one. Read the first one; it was great. Need to read this one. Really cool. I've kind of there was a version of this cover before. I have it in my collection. It's a bluish one, very similar, and now I have this one. Awesome, and they're both autographed as well. So awesome. Next one up, and this was brought to me by my buddy John Spilios, and he got this autograph for me from Sarah Frazetta. This is Vampirella Dead Flowers number 1, co-created by Sarah Frazetta. And so she signed it for me as well. So I got a nice autograph. Most of these books do have autographs on them from the creators and stuff, so it's pretty cool. But I believe she did this cover also, if I'm not mistaken. And this was a limited series by Dynamite. Hats off to Dynamite, by the way. This is a little segue. They just finished their Gargoyles Kickstarter campaign for the 30th anniversary. That thing did $925,000. The goal was $50,000, so they really went above and beyond. 925,000, over 6,000 people got on board of that. I was watching it last night. I was just ticking down to the end. It was pretty cool. But this one right here, Vampirella Dead Flowers, Sarah Frazetta. Thank you, Sarah. Look forward to running into you again sometime. I also interviewed her on the channel, and I've met her in person before. She's really awesome. The next books I got at Torpedo Comics in Vegas when I was driving through there with my son, and I just needed to pick these up, and I thought these were really cool. This is The Walking Dead Deluxe, number 74. And they did a bunch of these connecting covers, and they had these. Let me set these down so they don't fall. Here is number 76, I believe. The numbering on these are really small, but these all kind of go together. I think I'm missing one. Here's 77. And then here is 78. So I'm missing one of them. And once you get them all, they'll kind of stick them together and they make a really cool, like glow in the dark type looking cover. So not bad at all. Thank you, Torpedo Comics. That was the first time ever going there. I actually had a good time. They had this book as well. It was in the quarter bin, regular $4. Night of the Living Dead, #1, the movie cover, which I think is pretty cool. So I had to pick that up. And you know what? Kind of cool sitting out in the desert and reading books like Night of the Living Dead, you know, when you're all secluded, you're all alone. There's nobody up here, by the way. There is people come up here. There's a trail back here. They drive up here during the day, then they leave. And then after that, I got the whole place to myself. And it's pretty awesome. So anyway, that's what I got at Torpedo Comics. These next ones I got at Age of Comics in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I'm missing out on these G.I. Joe, Cobra Commander, Void Rivals, Transformers universe. So I'm trying to get caught up. So I picked up G.I. Joe 303. Love the Serpentor cover. Love Serpentor. I found a copy of Duke #2. I heard these are all really good. And then I got a second printing of Duke #1 with Destro on there. One of my favorite characters. Destro rocks. And then I picked up this one, this Ghost Machine. I heard a lot about it. And this is great. This is only a $4.99 cover price, man. This book is thick. You get a lot of stuff for $5. So I picked up Ghost Machine. There was a big panel about this at Megacon, so I wanted to get it. And so they had some, so I did. Let me set these down. Of course, the nostalgia thing is going strong. Thundercats, #1. And yes, I went with the Rob Liefeld cover. That was the one I liked. I liked this one and the Jay Lee cover were my two favorites. And but I went for this one, and I'm pretty happy. Rob Liefeld did a great job. Sometimes this stuff is hit and miss for me, but honestly, he does Thundercats really well. And this is the one I wanted, so they had it, and I picked it up. I believe there is a virgin copy, maybe a metal as well, but this is just the regular trade dress, and it was a cover price, so awesome. Thank you, Age of Comics. They gave me a discount, like 20% off, so I appreciate that, you guys. Every penny helps when you're paying for gas for the bus and everything, so thank you. These next ones, I think I'm going to show this before, but they were sitting in my collection. I don't remember. Somebody gave this to me, I think. Amazing Spider-Man 300, the shiny. Let's see if I can get the. Ooh, look at that. The sun is over there. I'm kind of away from the sun, but man, this is the 300 shiny edition, so I thought that was really cool. You guys all know how I like the shiny goodness. The next things this one is pretty cool. This was, I got this from Charles Soule. This is 8 Billion Genies, the hardback edition of the complete story. I actually got a chance to host this panel at Megacon, and really nice guy. We hit it off pretty well, and I got this from him, and he signed it for me to Travis. May all your wishes come true, Charles Soule. Very nice guy, and we did about an hour-long panel at Megacon, just him and I on stage, and a lot of people had a lot of questions. You know, he's worked on Star Wars and a lot of Star Wars stuff, and not really too many 8 Billion Genies things, but really cool. I got this. I've read the first 3 or 4 issues, then I kind of didn't get any more because I was traveling, so now I have the whole thing. I can read the whole story all in one shot. So thank you very much, Charles Soule. Okay, these next ones I got from a friend of mine in New Mexico, and so these are pretty cool. And the first one I got is Stray Dogs 4. This is autographed by Tony Rodriguez. You can see the autograph right there, kind of right by my finger. This is a Comics Elite edition. I talked with Comics Elite, and the guy there, he was kind of a nice guy, so I've known him for a little while, and we talked a little bit, so that's kind of cool. These next ones are some commissioned cover art that my buddy purchased for me on the Dynamite auctions that we do on Thursday. This first one is Batman 181 commissioned cover art, and I think that's pretty cool. And this is by Joe Del Beato and Mario Niciera, and it's got a certificate as well. And very cool cover. But this next one is my favorite by far. And this one we had on the show, and nobody bought it like for 2 weeks, and I was really surprised that they never did. This is by Tony Scott. And this is a commissioned cover art. This was a blank cover, but look at this Batman Urban Legends #1. You can't tell me that that doesn't look like an original cover. That looks like it was on the shelf like that. People bought it. No, this is a cover art. This was a blank cover. This was drawn. And you know what? We had it on the shelf for like 2 weeks. Nobody purchased it. It was like $40. And so my buddy, he bought it for me, and he's like, hey, I want you to have it. So when we ran into each other, he gave that to me, which is really cool. And he also gave me this, a nice thick hardbound Savage Avengers, the whole series of whatever volume this is. I don't know if this is the Jerry Duggan run, but this is really cool. This is with Conan and Punisher, Wolverine, and all those guys. So he gave me the whole complete collection, and it's still in the wrapper, so I gotta take that out and read that. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But those are all the books I got over the last month or so. I don't buy a lot of stuff on the road, just I don't have a lot of room, and I've kind of moved beyond trying to replace my collection that I've sold off. I'm okay, I'm content with what I have, and but I do get a lot of stuff kind of gifted my way, so thank you everyone who does, and I try to keep all that stuff in my collection. I did end up selling something that was a gift, and I felt bad because I didn't mean to sell it, and it wasn't like a huge book. It was like a $3 or $4 book or whatever it was, but I apologize to that person. They know who they are. They're in my chat sometimes on the sale and stuff, and it was an X-Men book, but for the most part, everything I usually get, either I give it away or I keep it in my collection and stuff like that. And I like to get stuff autographed, personalized to Travis or to Bueller, whoever, whatever they want to fill it out and stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. But let me kind of give you guys an update on what's going on and kind of how the Megacon was, which was last week. And was just a wild ride, to say the least. And so Megacon, I got there on Tuesday, and I was there from Tuesday to Tuesday. And then I got there a little day early, and I stayed a day later than everyone else, just because I like to, I got to take a shower. And I actually got the luxury of taking a shower for 7 straight days. And that hasn't happened in about 2 years. And that was pretty nice, to be totally honest. It sounds kind of gross, but it's the truth. Orlando was beautiful. The weather was great, kind of how it's nice to hear. The humidity wasn't going on, so that was nice. The con itself was a lot of fun. They had a lot of great creators. I got to run into a lot of people. I mean, just tons and tons of people. A lot of fans of the show, so thank you for coming up and saying hello. And I tried to take a bunch of pictures with them, and I put on my Instagram, and so that was great. Got to run into some creators I've been friends with, I haven't seen for a little while, so that was nice. And then just friends of mine, other fellow YouTubers and stuff. Robbie from Pop Culture Philosophers, one of my best friends, and me and him just had a blast. We did the slingshot thing where we shot our asses up into the sky. I hurt myself a little bit because that harness is not made for someone 6'4", 6'5", and it's probably about 6'1" is the max. So they had me scrunched down, and I was already in pain when I got launched up. But the ride's not scary at all. I'd do it again if the harness was a little bit bigger. I went on the swing again, which is the one that goes 450 feet up in the air. I did that one by myself because that was on Tuesday. It was the last day. But just hanging out with him was great, just having the conversations. Obviously, my buddy John Spilios was there, and he's like my big brother. There's not too many people that are bigger than me in the community as far as, you know, height and size, but he's one of them. And so we have a bond together as being kind of two big guys, and I just love hanging out with him and his wife, Brittany, and we had a blast. We really did. They're family, and it's a shame that we've only been doing this once a year. We need to do this every few months and get together, because it's times like that that's how you should live with your life, and enjoy those moments and have as many of those as possible. The list keeps on going. My buddy Steve Whiting, shared a room with him. It was so good to see Steve again, and all the floor of the crew, the regular floor of the guys. Hialeah, Jeff, Puff. God, there's just so many, and Richard as well. Bronze Age. Donnie. I got to meet Donnie Mastodon for the first time. I've been a fan of his for a long time, and getting to meet Donnie for the first time was just fantastic. That was a highlight for me. And really, Simeon was there. I got to meet him as well. And there's some other YouTubers also that we just kind of saw in passing, which was kind of nice. And I think I saw Comic Tom there again. Me and him run into each other all the time. I saw Ryan there. They were promoting their Crash Down book, was pretty cool. I still have not read that book. I need to pick up a copy next time I'm around the comic shop. But anyway, but just a good time in general, man. We just have a blast. And like I said, I look forward to it every year, and it needs to happen more than once a year. It needs to happen like 2 or 3 times a year. Maybe every other weekend would be nice. But we ate great, we drank a lot, and everyone is there's no egos on this trip, which is nice. Nobody tries to outdo each other. We're all friends. We all encourage people to live their best life, and that's really important. You know, I used to hang out with people that were just all macho all the time. It's like, geez, give me a break, you know. And these guys are not like that. These guys want the best for you and appreciate the time that they have with all of us together. So that's really important. But I just had a blast. I just really did. I got some great books, made some memories, played some miniature golf, got shot up in the cannon, walked around a lot, ate great, and now I'm back in Arizona. I got back from Megacon. I flew back to Albuquerque where my bus was. My daughter was watching my dog and kind of let me park my bus at her driveway. And then I was there for a few days. My daughter's expecting in July her first child. It's a boy. Very excited about that. And hung out with her for a few days, and that was great. And then headed my way over back to Arizona because it was getting really cold. It was a blizzard when I left. It was just nuts. There was so much snow. I wasn't expecting it. It was gone by the next day. But just the hour drive outside of Albuquerque was just a whiteout, and I was surprised I made it. But I did, and I got all the way to Phoenix and then the court site, and the weather is absolutely beautiful, and I love it. And I get to stay here for a little while and relax and do some videos like this and go hiking up on the mountains and enjoy myself. And this is what it's all about for me, and I love it. Yesterday, or this week in general, I just want to say I've been on YouTube for 6 full years, so I guess I'm going on my 7th year now. Is that how that works? So 6 full years I've been on YouTube, so thank you everyone who's watched and subscribed and commented and liked and got pissed off about something I said and left and maybe came back, or maybe just left and never came back. Thank you everyone who's watched. You guys changed my life, and I get to live doing some pretty amazing things, meeting some amazing people. And you know what, I want to make a video. It's been 6 years, and I'm probably going to do it this week, about how YouTube comic books actually saved my life. And it's going to be kind of emotional, very in-depth about where I was before all this, where I am now, and what everything has taken place, and just steps in life and stuff like that. But I want to make a video about that and kind of share it with you guys, because you guys are the reason why I get to do this, and it's awesome. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. Like I said, it's pretty beautiful here, and I wish you guys are here. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and happy Valentine's. Any ladies watching, I'm available. There's not really a lot of ladies that watch my channel, but if anyone is any ladies that are watching that need a Valentine's date, leave a comment, and I'll tell you where I'm at. So anyway, all right guys, that's all I got for you. Thanks for looking at all the books. Thanks for your time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what to do, and don't forget to live your best life. There's no excuses. All right, bye.